Happy Mushroommas, everybody. Mushroommas, for lack of a better term, is the optimal time for mushroom fruiting. It doesn't happen very often. I loosely define it as the few days following an extreme penetrating extended rain event, which follows an extended dry spell. So it was hot and dry here for like 2.5 weeks, then we got 5 inches of rain for like 2 days straight, and now is the best time to find all the mushrooms you're expecting to find at this time of year, and some that you might not be expecting. And you're gonna find lots of little pinwheels and parachutes and jellies and other little short-lived mushrooms that you wouldn't necessarily find any other time of year, even little mushrooms that spend their whole life just decomposing a single leaf. It's a great time to learn about mushrooms, a great time to find some mushrooms that you've never seen before, and a great time to find all those edible mushrooms that you're typically looking for. So let's get out there and see what we can find. Here's some mushrooms on this log here. Quite a number of bare Lentinus. Lentinellus, URSINUS. These are an oyster look-alike. They are not edible. They're too bitter and tough to be eaten. And the giveaway on these is usually they have this kind of dark brown center with the lighter edge. And also, let's see if we can pull one off here. They can be a little hairy, so let's look at that. They are kind of fuzzy on top. And they do have, especially when they're mature, jagged teeth on their gills. I guess you can think of that as the bear's teeth, and the fuzzy brown part on top as the bear's back. Peak frequency is in the fall, but you can find them any time of the year, and they are widely distributed across the United States and Europe. This should have a very acrid, not good taste, so let's give it a taste. Yep. It's bitter, kind of gross. Wouldn't want to eat it. Let's move on to the next. Here's some more mushrooms down here. Oh, these little tiny guys. On this rotten wood. This is a grapevine mostly. These are fairy parachutes, very delicate. They will come out after very heavy rain. They have these kind of irregular, veiny type gills, or like not even true gills. When they first come out, they'll be like whitish to translucent, and after a day or two, they'll kind of turn a little bit yellowish like this. Not an edible species, but a very cool one, and just a cool name. Fairy parachute, it kind of suits them. And I have actually seen fairies a couple times out here in the woods. I actually got some footage of some a few months back, so let's check out me finding fairies in the forest. What are those mushrooms? What the? Well, this is a little fairyland. Oh, well, that's surprising. Wasn't expecting to see that. Here's some mushrooms. What we have here. So this is our Blackfoot Polypore, not to be confused with the black-footed polypore. I know, it's very confusing, but this is kind of the smaller version. The black-footed polypore will be more often found in the winter months. It will be larger, it will be coming out of larger decomposing logs, whereas the Blackfoot Polypore will be smaller, be more in the summertime, and will be coming out of smaller logs. But they are very similar, kind of yellowish cream to gray colors when they emerge, and then over time their stem will darken and blacken from the bottom up. But yeah, not an edible species, but a pretty cool mushroom, the Blackfoot Polypore. Oh, whoa, wow. Yeah, here's a charcoal burner too. Right next to him. All right. This is a brittle gill or Russula mushroom that is edible. But the charcoal burners can be kind of a greenish or a purplish, or this one's kind of more of a bluish purple. The Russulas and the brittle gills are known for their kind of white gills and stem that are very brittle and fragile. They can shatter quite easily. The actual charcoal burner has more of a greasy, less brittle gill. So yeah, you can see those don't break too readily. I mean, they do feel a bit greasy, but the stem is still easily shattered. It's hard to get to these edible Russulas before the squirrels and deers and other creatures get to them. That one's just a little too chewed on for me to want to take home and eat. But yeah, awesome edible mushroom. All right, let's move on to the next thing. The Mayapples are looking quite sad here in June. But here's a nice Mayapple fruit. You'll only find the fruits on the forked ones, and you do want to get them at the exact right time and not eat the skin or the seeds. And this is cool also. Check out this mosaic pattern. That is the result of a fungus, the Mayapple rust. You can see this kind of pattern form on other plants as well. Other rusts can cause this. Here's some on a little beech sapling. But yeah, this rust will form, create these spots, kind of decompose the leaf matter, and when it fruits, it will form little teeny tiny orange cups. All right, let's keep a move on. Turtle love, turtle love, so beautiful when you see some turtles in love. Pardon me, excuse me. Excuse me, pardon me. So this is a Smoky Polypore. It's kind of this gray colored fungus. It's kind of like a crust on decomposing wood. Gray in the middle, bumpy, and white around the margins. That's another cool fungus. All right, well, I'm really sorry that I interrupted you guys. Oh God, oh Lord. Oh. Anything? No. There's some nice wild mint. Ooh, lots of it. Holy hell, is that what I think it is? You see that? Across the creek there? Is that a chicken? Sure looks like it. Am I gonna have to do this log? I think I am. All right. Oh yeah, that's a big chicken right there. Is it a CINCINNATUS? I held. Ah, I'm too late. Let's check it out. Oh, you know, there might be some salvageable parts. I don't know. Look at the bug action. Let's see. Oh no. Man. Yeah, I missed that. If I would have been here 2 or 3 days ago before the heavy rains, it would have been prime. That is a CINCINNATUS. It's coming out of the ground at the base of a tree. It's a butt rot fungus. And it will be kind of orange on top and cream underneath. That's the giant mushroom. That would have been like 6 pounds. Chicken of the woods. That's a heck of a find, a heck of a mushroom. Just a few days late. That's on me. All right, let's keep moving. Aha. Let's buy another chicken. I do. It's just a little tiny chicken. And a very old oak log. That is a sulphureus. You can see the difference, the bright yellowness underneath as opposed to the cream and a more orangey surface. Generally speaking, that is a good find, a delicious mushroom that I will eat with my scrambled eggs. Great little chicken of the woods. All right, let's move on. Oh, here's some wood ears. Jelly tree ear fungus. This is an edible fungus. Very gelatinous. Anything else over here? Oh, look at those bracket fungi. It's cool when they grow on top of the log and make like a dinner plate. These have been here for quite some time, at least 3 or 4 years, but they're holding up nicely. That's at least 12 inches across. Pretty cool. And oh yeah, here's some interesting fungi right here. Very teeny tiny ones. So these are finger jellies or club-like tuning fork fungus. Very tiny little orangish yellowish fingers. They're not edible. It would be hard to make a meal out of them anyway. They're so teeny tiny. I'll put my finger here for perspective. But yeah, these are another little tiny mushroom that comes out only after a very heavy rain. So yeah, always fun to see those. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, nice. Well, time to cross the creek. Well, look at the size of that rubber cup. Boing, boing, boing. That's a big one. Look at that thing. Right out of that little beach log, it looks like. All right. Well, that's something. I can't say I've ever found a clear jelly on a stick this small. It looks a lot like snow fungus. It's kind of frondy and seaweed shaped, and I think I see little dark kind of cankers. Other fungi that the snow fungus grows in association with, those are hypoxylon fungi. I have seen, I think, like a white witch's butter, a variant of Trumella mesenterica, variant alba or something. I'm not sure if that's a real thing. And then of course we have the ductifera, the white jelly fungus, that is Ductifera pullulahuana. That's a fun word, pullulahuana. The white jelly tends to be more opaque than the snow fungus, although all the clear jellies can kind of get more opaque and take on some color as they are exposed to the elements. There is no tradition of eating the Ductifera, so I wouldn't be eating that one. But the witch's butter and the snow fungus are wonderful edible mushrooms. All right, that's cool. Let's move on. Awesome. Oh, what's that? Those oysters? Hold on. What are you? Let's see, we have a big old red oak here. Black oak, maybe? Well, shoot. Wow, look at the beetles. They love the oyster mushroom. Yep, I missed those by a bit too. Well, shucks. That's a bummer. I do love an oyster mushroom. I thought I would find some today. I was just hoping they would be a little fresher. That's a fun time of year in between morel and chanterelle season. There's still plenty of mushrooms out there for you to find. Oh, in fact, let me show you one more thing real quick. Look here. We have our first little pins of the smooth chanterelles coming up. There's some more. All right, awesome. Well, that was super fun. I hope you enjoyed that.
Next time on Mushroom Journeys.
Whoa.